Hi everyone, it's Michelle here from the 30-day One Simple Change Challenge, and wherever you are in the world today, it's really lovely to connect with you. So as you can see, I'm sitting in the car. My son is having a snooze in the back, so it's a great opportunity for me to do some work on my phone and also to record this video. I hope you're well. We're on day 8. I'm just back from La Leche breastfeeding meeting that myself and my son have been attending from I was pregnant. And very proud of the fact that we're now approaching nearly 1 year of exclusively breastfeeding. So yeah, that's where I have been this morning. I had a lovely lunch with Carol after, so it was great. So yesterday was day 7, and I shared yesterday evening the blessing of gratitude and how what we focus on grows. And if we focus on what we have rather than what we don't have, we automatically think and feel better. And it's impossible to think any negative thoughts or have any negative emotion if we're in a place of gratitude. So gratitude's really powerful, and especially if you've trouble getting to sleep at night, or perhaps you worry quite a lot at that time of night. So I shared some tips about gratitude yesterday. So today, as a follow-on from that, I thought today I would share with you a very important message. And today I'm going to share with you NATs. N-A-T-S. NATs. NATs I talk about a lot in my programs, because NATs are a wee bit like knits. It might start off with 1, and before you know it, it's multiplied and breeded into a whole manifestation of knits or NATs. So what are NATs? NATs stand for negative automatic thoughts. Negative automatic thoughts. So they are thoughts that we think that we are completely unconscious about. We're not aware that even we're thinking them. We just think them unconsciously, and we may even verbally say them also. I'll give you some examples so that you can shine some light on your negative automatic thoughts, because the first stage of changing any negative thoughts or any negative behaviour or dissolving any negative habit is to become aware of it, because we can't really change anything unless we have an awareness. So some examples of negative automatic thoughts might be: I'm always in a rush. I never have enough time. I hate Mondays. I'm always tired. I'm not good enough. I always fail. I never win. I'm stupid. I hate Mondays, or I hate mornings. I'm not a morning person. Sorry, I repeated that one. I'm not a morning person. So you kind of get the gist. So negative automatic thoughts are things that we think about that we're not even aware of. We may have been thinking or saying those things for years and years and years. It may be that we've heard our parents say them, religious leaders, we've been conditioned by society, by our culture, by our governments, etc., etc. So the first stage is really to become aware. What are your negative automatic thoughts? That's the first stage, become aware. So what I want you to do now is just get a pen, bit of paper. Even if you have to press pause with the video, press pause. Just go grab pen, bit of paper, and write down what your negative automatic thoughts are. Because as I say, the first stage of changing any negative thought pattern or behaviour is awareness. So again, going back to the very first video I recorded 8 days ago, you know, if we know where we want to go but we don't know where we're at, it's very difficult to get to where we want to go. So in other words, you know, our life is a wee bit like a GPRS system. So if you want to change anything, you kind of have to know what you want to change, don't you? So I want you to take a moment to think about what your negative automatic thoughts are, and just write them down. Just write them down. And from now until Well, I would invite you to do this forever. It's a model that I have been using from I did my counselling course in 2005. It's a cognitive model, I'm going to talk about it a wee bit more in another video, but part of that cognitive model is focusing on our thoughts. So our thoughts are really, really powerful. So as Louise L. Hay says, the thoughts you think today are creating your days tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. The thoughts you think in the morning shape your whole entire day. So if you get up in the morning and you're thinking, oh, I hate mornings, I'm not a morning person, bloody alarm clock, oh, it's raining, I can hear the rain outside, I don't want to get up, you're not going to feel very good. So our thoughts are incredibly powerful, and there's another great quote from Henry Ford, the great car manufacturer, and he says, whether you think you can or think you can't, either way you're right. So whether you think you can or think you can't, either way you're right. So if you think you can do something, you'll find a way. If you sprinkle a wee bit of doubt, you'll find an excuse. So thoughts are so important. So write down, what are your negative automatic thoughts? I just want to share with you two of mine that still come up for me. The difference now to the difference 11 years ago is that my negative automatic thoughts are a lot less than what they used to be. And if they do show up for me, I have a strategy in place whereby I change the thoughts very, very quickly, or I notice my behaviour. So one thing for me is, as you know, I deliver programs, and some of those programs I have a lot of stuff to bring. So I maybe have lots of blankets and cushions for the relaxation, and then I've programs that need printing, and of those to bring. Then I might have all creative crafting material, I might have materials for vision boards. The boot and the back side could be absolutely jam-packed full of stuff. So getting all of that organised is one task in itself, and then throw into the mix a baby. And so one thing that I notice sometimes getting ready is this kind of feeling of overwhelmed. I feel a bit overwhelmed with, checking off my list of all my things of to-dos. And one negative automatic thought for me that sometimes still comes up is, I'm always in a rush. Just at that moment when the last half hour of getting out of the house, I'm always in a rush. I notice myself saying that, oh, I'm always in a rush. And then I stop myself, I catch the thought, and I say, breathe. So I can't remember what day it was. I think it was day 2. I spoke about breathing. Breathe, Michelle. Breathe. All is well. You've enough time. Everything is working out perfectly. And just in that moment, just with that breath and that catching the thought and changing it, it just dissolves any stress that perhaps was showing up for me. So, from today until tomorrow, I want you to become more aware and more conscious of your thoughts. Do you have negative automatic thoughts? What are yours? And remember, this program is all about being kind and gentle with yourself. So it's not about, if you become more aware of your thinking, saying to yourself, oh God, there you go again, thinking those negative automatic thoughts. That's not being kind and gentle. That's being very judgmental and critical of yourself. So when the negative automatic thoughts show up, all you're going to say to yourself is, oh, that's interesting. That's a negative automatic thought. Wow. Okay. I have the power to change that. I have the power to change that. I don't have to choose that thought anymore. That thought has no power over me. I have the power to choose my thoughts. So tomorrow I'm going to share with you some really cool strategies that you can put into your toolkit that will help you change those automatic thoughts and change your thinking into something a bit more positive. But from now until then, just become aware. Just awareness is everything. It's massive. Just become aware of your thoughts. Where are your thoughts? What are you thinking? And I guarantee you, if it's a negative thought, it's not going to make you feel very good. And we'll talk more about that cognitive behavioural link tomorrow. But for now, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a fabulous Monday. Take care. Bye.